Hello everyone, welcome back. In this episode here today, hopefully this will be a short one. I had somebody ask me about the multimeter because they saw it in my tool, um, my tool belt series, or the 52 pocket bucket organizer. These are free. I get a lot of them, and you know, I have them almost everywhere. This is one upstairs I have in the house. Probably have one downstairs. Um, have one in my tool belt, my toolbox, the bucket organizer. Probably one in the garage as well. And they're very handy. So I'm not an electrician or electrical engineer. Um, I have an idea of how to use most of these functions, but I've probably have to look it up again or watch another YouTube video on it. But basically, the two functions that I use the most is basically right here, this one in particular, and those are to test the batteries, because I have rechargeable batteries and regular batteries. These are AAA batteries that I use, mainly because I use it with my headphones, which aren't that great, but also, I don't use the rechargeable batteries on the flashlight. You can if you want to. There you go. I'll just go ahead and do this, get that over with, so y'all know this flashlight was free. This multimeter was also free. But I just put regular. Nope. Oh well. I just put regular batteries in here. But I had someone ask me, they've never noticed this particular function. Okay. Anyways, I use that the most, and they're asking me about that. Other than that, I use the continuity. It's kind of hard for me to say, but I use this other function just to make sure that the circuit is going through. But those are the two things that I use the most. Other than that, all this other stuff, like I said, I don't work on circuit boards or anything like that. Not an electrician or anything, although it does help. An electrician would probably use this function to make sure the circuit's going through, but and people who are working on circuit boards. So anyways, other than that, I mean, that it's a free item which I learned how to use. So they wanted someone asked me how do I use it, so I said, okay, well, let's do a how-to on it. And I bought these alligator clips to go along right here, just in case I needed to clip onto something. Gives me a little bit longer reach as well. You don't need them, but it helps. So let's see. The first thing I'll do is flip it on to here, which it's already on, because that's what I use, and then turn it on. And it should say 0, which it is. And so this is a fresh new battery. And if you read on here, let's see if it focuses. Let's see how close I can get. Maybe not that close. Let me see here. This is a AAA battery. You see the AAA, but this is basically your 1.5 volt battery. And on your rechargeable ones, they're a little different. They're 1.2 volt. So that's just rechargeable batteries anyways. So this is the black is my common, the red is my hot, which correlates to this here. Black common, red the hot. And basically the nipple here is the hot, the common is the butt part here is the common. And so I'm going to try to do this in a way that that y'all are able to see it. There we go. Yeah. So you'll be able to see the reading. And unfortunately, these alligator clips are not helping me whatsoever. So that was a waste of my money. No, it's not. It's not. It's not really a waste. I use it for something else. Just using it on this is kind of frustrating. So I'm going to just touch the end of this if I can. You're seeing some kind of reading going through. I'm not completely touching it yet. There we go. And then there you go. So I got, see, that's what I'm doing right here. I'm doing this one-handed, so I have to be creative. So you'll get a reading like that, and if you notice on the dial it says 4.0, looks like milliamps or something like that. So this is about a fully charged battery, AAA battery puts out. And so there you go. And so that's how you know it's charged. It's fully charged. Okay, and so that's a fully charged. And let's take one of these batteries that you get with the flashlight, the free flashlight. And I'm gonna go ahead and check this out and see how much is coming out of here. And often, very often, you know, they last a couple days and they drain out. So let's see what happens here now. Alright. Now with that one, that's not too bad. But for a regular battery, an alkaline battery, as you saw, the new charge one was a 4.2, something like that. This one's coming over around, well, it's really fluctuating, at 3.2. So it's a little low. It's a little low on the juice, on the output there, or 3.4. So there you go. A little bit more stable, 3.4. So it's a little low. I noticed that the batteries on this, the light on the flashlight was very dim, and that's kind of how it is. So let's take a rechargeable battery and see what. Here's another battery from another flashlight. Ooh, this one's. Oh my God, the rod exploded on this. Wow. Okay, now I see the tip right here. I see the nipple right here. The nipple came off of this battery. Wow. The nipple came off that battery. Wow. Came from a Harbor Freight battery. Harbor Freight flashlight. Right here. Let's see here, focus. There we go. So yeah, wow. Okay, I better throw this away. Interesting. Just put that back over there. Wet my fingers. Well, that was interesting. Okay, let's grab another battery then. Oh, this one's the same thing. This one's the same thing. Look at that. This battery came from a Harbor Freight flashlight, and the nipple came off of this as well. Wow. Let's check out the other one, see if that one came off. Okay. Well, here you get 3 flashlights. See, they're right there. Those 3 with this particular brand. You see 1, 2, 3. So this one actually still has his nipple on it. I wonder what happened. It's the heat or something, but no, that one's still staying on. Okay, we'll test this battery. Seems like it's exploding here. So we'll find out what's going on here. Okay. All right, and there you see a reading on it. There we go. And you can see this is very low. 3.2, 3.2. So that's how much milliamps, I guess it's pushing out. So I guess that's how much amps are coming out of this. So that's when you know it's low. It should new batteries like this should be about uh, above a 4, brand new. So, for example, here's a, okay, we already did that battery, but like this is a new battery, and let's see what this puts out. Sorry. Yes. There we go. It's focusing a lot better. So I'm going to just do it that way. I only got one hand. You see it's 4.2, 4.3. So it's moving around a little bit, but that's how you know you got a, this is AAA. That's how you know you got a good battery. So let's do quickly do a rechargeable one, and I got this at Harbor Freight. Let's see what comes out of this. And the Harbor Freight are a little bit lower. They're at most a 3.8. They're never a 4. 3.9. So that's a fully charged rechargeable battery right there. And I actually had to return one of these batteries because one of them actually didn't even have a charge, couldn't even hold a charge. And I tested it just to make sure it wasn't my imagination, and that's kind of what it is. And so so on a rechargeable battery, that's about all it does. Let me take out I'll take out a battery out of here. And these are really a little tough, really tough to get to sometimes. Let me see here. These are really, they're on there so tight. Yeah, come on. Oh, just flew right out. Okay, there it is. Alright, so this is a battery that's obviously been in use, and we'll see what this is. Okay. And you'll see that this is a little bit lower, 3.6. That's not too bad. 3.5. When it gets down to like a little bit below this level, definitely in a 3.3, 3.2, it's getting low, very low. So this has obviously been drained. And so that's how I test out the batteries to see where they are as far as the charge and if they're still working. And maybe one day on the 9-volt, it's the same thing. If you read there, let me see what it. There we go. If you read there, it says 9-volt. I don't know if that's. Yeah, that's 25 milliamps. So I haven't. I got all these. Here in Houston. The code is to have a fire smoke detector in front of every bedroom. So there's a bedroom here. I know in California you have one in the kitchen and one in the hallways, because I used to live there. And those are some of the codes over there. Here we have no fire or smoke detector in the kitchen, but one in every bedroom, or at least in front of every bedroom. And so this is a 4-bedroom house, and so I get a lot of beeping noise. And the problem is, you think you got it, and then you put in a new 9-volt battery in there, and you hear a beeping noise again. Well, you go walking around and you hear you think that wasn't it, then let's go change out this one. And you hear another beeping noise, and it kind of echoes through, so you're not sure. Well, a good way to do it, and I haven't done it yet, and I know some of you have been like telling me to change my smoke detectors. But this is a good way to find out which one's a dead battery, because yeah, you could be pulling your hair for a while. But you can go to the 9-volt, and it should be reading at a 25. I haven't done it yet, but that should be the reading for a fully charged battery. So there you go. I guess this is a field test on the multimeter. All this other stuff I don't use. Like I said, I'm not an electrical engineer or electrician. I only use two things. I use this one to test my batteries, and then this one to make sure the circuit is not broken anywhere, or hopefully not broken. And those are the two things that I use the most. It's good to know that you can use all these, but for my practical purposes, these two, this one and that one, are the things that I use the most, and that's what's really good for me. So anyways, I hope this helps some of you out there who for some reason you're getting a whole bunch of these for free, and you're looking at it going, okay, what do I do with this? Well, that's what I do with it, is I test my batteries and make sure that the circuit right down here, the symbol right there, is going through. And so hopefully that helps. And for the viewer who was asking about that, and thanks for watching. And if you have any more other questions, you know, feel free to ask. I'll definitely tell you what I know. I'm sure there's other videos out there that will tell you about how to use all of these for every situation. Of course, you know, they work on electronics a lot, circuitry, things like that, which I don't kind of do that yet, but maybe I will, because I got a lot of these and they do help, you know. So thanks a lot. Appreciate you all watching, and you know, subscribe, comment, like, dislike. Feel free to make other requests on some of the things that I have here if you're kind of curious about it. Appreciate it. Bye. A lot of them, and you know, I have them almost everywhere. This is one upstairs I have in the house. Probably have one downstairs. Have one in my tool belt, my toolbox, the bucket organizer. Probably one in the garage as well. You know, and they're very handy. So I'm not an electrician or electrical engineer. Hello everyone, welcome back. In this episode here today, hopefully this will be a short one. I had somebody ask me about the multimeter because they saw it in my tool belt series, or the 52 pocket bucket organizer. You know, these are free. I get a lot. I have an idea of how to use most of these functions, but you know, I've probably have to look it up again or watch another YouTube video on it. But basically, the two functions that I use the most is basically right here, this one in particular, and those are to test the batteries, because I have rechargeable batteries and regular batteries. These are AAA batteries that I use, mainly because I use it with my headphones, which aren't that great. But also, you know, I don't use the rechargeable batteries on the flashlight. You can if you want to. There you go. I'll just go ahead and do this, get that over with, so y'all know this flashlight was free. This multimeter was also free. But I just put regular. I just, you know, put regular batteries in here. But I had someone, you know, ask me, you know, they've never noticed this particular function. Okay. Anyways, I use that the most, and they're asking me about that. Other than that, I use the continuity. It's kind of hard for me to say, but I use this